So when you're in a relationship with someone, you usually have sex with that person.
Lala was liking every single picture. She was the first one. She had his Instagram notifications on, and every time he posted, she was the first to hit like or comment.
Do you think that if you weren't in the public eye, would you have handled the situation at all differently?
I would have still made the same decision, but it would have been less maybe pressure or less eyes on me, like, what's she gonna do?
February 2025, midnight in Manhattan. A single document hits the court system, and by morning, the world knows her name. Alicia Keys, the voice of a generation, has reportedly filed for divorce from Swizz Beatz. And the reason is shocking. Her close friend, Lala Anthony, has allegedly confirmed a secret romance with Swizz. Imagine finding out the person you share a home with has been sharing whispers and touches with someone you call family. How did a friendship this public, this celebrated, turn into a headline betrayal? Flashes of Alicia and Lala at events, replaced by courtroom steps and paparazzi chaos. If you think loyalty is guaranteed in love and friendship, think again. In the next moments, you'll hear the first crack in a story that could destroy more than one marriage. Stay until the end, because the one secret buried in this scandal may explain why Alicia's reaction was so immediate and so final. For years, Alicia Keys and Lala Anthony were more than just friends. They were inseparable, sharing red carpets, family vacations, and moments that fans called sisterhood goals. Every smile in a photo looked real. Every hug seemed genuine. They weren't just linked by fame. They were woven into each other's lives. Then came February 2025. Reports broke that Alicia had filed for divorce from Swizz Beatz, just days after what insiders call a private confrontation. For fans, it felt like whiplash, like seeing your best friend stand beside you at your wedding, and years later, in your divorce papers. The betrayal cut twice, a broken marriage, and a shattered friendship. Now, every old photo feels like foreshadowing. Every smile is studied, every look reinterpreted. This isn't just infidelity, this is treason inside a friendship. Once, they attended the Met Gala together, side by side under the flashbulbs. Today, they can't even be in the same room. And the question hangs in the air. What exactly happened that made Alicia act so fast and end a marriage in one decisive move? It begins with a sound, a private recording, whispered about, never meant to be heard outside a locked phone. In it, Swizz Beatz is allegedly too close to Lala Anthony, not just in words, but in tone, in the way laughter lingers, in the way silence feels heavy. For Alicia Keys, the moment is instant and undeniable. This isn't a rumor. This isn't something a friend heard from someone else. She hears it herself, directly, without an intermediary. It's the emotional equivalent of seeing a message on your partner's phone that makes your blood run cold. But here's the twist. The recording is not new. It's been hidden for years, tucked away like a secret box no one wanted to open. And yet, in February 2025, it's finally opened. Every second deepens the wound. Every pause feels like another cut. By that night, Alicia reportedly confronts Swizz. No stage, no cameras, no crowd. Just a wife, a husband, and a truth neither can unhear. The story echoes something from 2021, when radio host Miss Jones claimed that people in Swizz's own circle knew about Lala and said nothing. Now, the whispers are no longer whispers. They have proof, they have sound, and they have history. But that leads to a bigger, sharper question. If these suspicions were alive years ago, how long has this really been going on? It didn't start last month. It didn't even start last year. Industry insiders whisper that the connection between Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony began years ago, quietly, carefully, and far from public eyes. The timeline matters, because those early moments overlap with both their marriages, when Lala was still married to Carmelo Anthony, and Alicia Keys had only recently built her life with Swizz. It's like discovering the old friend who sat on your sofa was secretly part of your breakup story all along. For years, the public lens stayed elsewhere. Everyone focused on Carmelo's scandals, the cheating headlines, the breakup rumors, while Lala's quiet link to Swizz stayed hidden in the shadows. And this wasn't a fling. If whispers are right, it was years in the making, built through private meetings, industry events, and whispered moments at parties where Alicia was sometimes just steps away. The betrayal wasn't loud. It grew in silence, smiles in public photos, shared laughs on red carpets, moments that looked harmless, until the context changed. In 2021, a story slipped out. Swizz reportedly told Lala, "It's not that simple," to leave Alicia. A strange phrase, unless there was already something to leave for. Looking back, every past moment between them feels like a clue we all missed. Every shared appearance now reads like a hidden chapter in a longer story. Friends of the couple now admit, quietly, that the chemistry was there, subtle but undeniable, and that maybe the signs were always in plain sight. Now the question isn't just when this began. It's why Swizz would risk everything, his marriage, his public image, and his career, for someone inside Alicia's own circle. Because in the world of fame, a secret that lasts years is never just an accident. The story feels like it's come full circle. Because Alicia Keys' own romance with Swizz Beatz didn't start in a clean, quiet way. It began under its own storm cloud. Back then, Swizz was still married to Mashonda Tafrere, living with her, raising a family. Mashonda didn't keep silent. She publicly accused Alicia of continuing the relationship, even after knowing Swizz was still under the same roof as his wife. It's the kind of accusation you never fully escape, like watching a story you wrote, being rewritten against you. Now, years later, the tables have turned. Fans and critics are calling it karma. The phrase, "you lose them how you get them," has trended online again, filling timelines with side-by-side photos from then and now. It's not just gossip. It's the public mood shifting, sympathy splitting in two directions. Some defend Alicia, saying no one deserves betrayal like this, no matter the past. Others mock her pain, saying it's simply the cycle repeating itself. And in the middle of it all is Alicia's public image, no longer the untouchable symbol of love and strength. Now she's part of the scandal. For years, their blended family was carefully built for public peace. Co-parenting events, red carpets, united fronts. It took years to look solid in the spotlight. Now, one rumor, one betrayal, and that image is cracking in real time. It's a bitter irony, the kind you can't post away, can't edit out. Because when your love story starts in controversy, people never forget where it began. But here's the question. Is this just a cruel gossip loop? The internet rewriting the past? Or is there real, hard proof of a Swizz-Lala romance, ready to bring the final blow? The whispers are getting louder, not just about what happened, but about what might be seen. Because now, speculation is growing that there's physical proof. Not just rumors, not just words. We're talking about photos, messages, maybe even more recordings. Alicia Keys reportedly fears it could all leak, because once something is out there, you can't take it back. Sources say there are multiple receipts, and they're in the hands of people who are trusted, but not immune to temptation. It's like knowing there's a video of your worst moment, and living each day wondering if today is the day it drops. And if it does, it wouldn't just hit Alicia. It could end Lala Anthony's public brand too. One release, two reputations, gone. That's why every silent day feels less like relief and more like the calm before the storm. Behind the scenes, PR teams on both sides are reportedly preparing for impact, drafting statements, setting alerts, bracing for the call, because Hollywood has seen this movie before, and it rarely ends well. Similar leaks have sunk careers overnight. No chance for spin. No chance for recovery. Right now, the proof is only a rumor, a shadow in the corner of the room. But everyone knows, shadows move. The real question isn't just what's in it, it's who would dare to release something so explosive. And if that person is already moving their next piece into place, then the game is about to change. Some rumors cut deeper than the betrayal itself. And for Alicia Keys, this one hits home. Not because of what Swizz Beatz or Lala Anthony allegedly did, but because of who might have known. Word is, people inside Alicia's own circle weren't blind to the chemistry. They saw the way the two looked at each other. They caught the side conversations, the subtle touches, and yet, they said nothing. For Alicia, that's a wound on a whole different level. It's not just a husband breaking trust. It's friends, people she believed would protect her, staying silent. Sources say some kept quiet to protect their careers. Others wanted to keep their connections intact. In Hollywood, loyalty lines aren't drawn with love. They're drawn with opportunity. It's like sitting at a table where everyone knows the joke, except you. And when you finally hear it, you realize they were all laughing while looking at you. That's when Alicia reportedly began cutting ties. Not slowly, not with warning, but fast. Names deleted, invites revoked, doors closed. Because this isn't just about losing a husband, it's about losing a network. And in the world of fame, losing your network can cost more than a divorce ever will. In fact, celebrity friendship breakups have ended endorsements, killed collaborations, and reshaped entire careers. Now, the dust is still in the air. Some friends are hoping for repair. Others know the bridge is already burned. The question hanging over all of it is simple. When the final page turns, will Alicia try to rebuild or will she let the past close the door for good? When Alicia Keys finally made her move, it was with a single document. She filed for divorce, quietly, formally, but kept every detail sealed. No public statement, no social media posts, just silence. And in that silence, the world began to read between the lines. The filing came only days after the alleged confrontation with Swizz Beatz. To those who've been watching, that's no coincidence. It's like packing a bag in the middle of the night and leaving without a note. Some think she's leaving room for negotiation. Others are certain it's already over. Now every public appearance becomes a study. Is she wearing her ring? Who's by her side? Even her smile is analyzed like evidence. In Hollywood, celebrity divorces can drag for months or wrap in weeks when prenups are involved. But here, the question isn't if this marriage will end, it's how. And maybe more importantly, what's the one truth Alicia has been holding on to since that night? Behind closed doors, there's a truth Alicia Keys hasn't shared with the world. A final piece of information. One detail that could change the way people see both her and Lala Anthony forever. Insiders whisper it's connected to events long before the 2025 recording ever surfaced. Which means the story didn't start where we thought. It started years earlier. It's like thinking you've been watching a movie from the beginning and then finding out you missed the first act. If this truth ever comes to light, it could flip public opinion in a single night. Friends could become villains. Villains could become victims. And Alicia holds the choice in her hands. She could use it in court, dropping a bombshell that ends the fight instantly. Or she could bury it, walk away, protect herself, and maybe even protect others. But truth is a double-edged sword. It can be a weapon or a downfall. In past celebrity scandals, holding back a truth often means a bigger reveal later, sometimes by choice, sometimes by force. And this secret could be the loudest chapter of them all. The only question is, when that truth finally comes out, will it be in Alicia's voice or will the world hear it from someone else? The truth Alicia Keys has been holding back is finally here. The relationship between Swizz Beatz and Lala Anthony allegedly didn't begin in 2025. It didn't even begin after Alicia married Swizz. It began before their marriage was legally complete. And the most shocking part? Some in Alicia's own circle allegedly knew. This wasn't a sudden moment of betrayal. It was a long, carefully hidden overlap, woven into years of public smiles, red carpets, and blended family photos. The timing makes the heartbreak cut deeper. Because every anniversary, every family vacation, may have been shared with a secret standing in the background. In love and in fame, the past has a way of catching up. And now, it's caught up all at once. Alicia's pain isn't just about a single incident. It's about realizing that a pattern, one that began before her vows, had been playing out in silence for years. From sisterhood to divorce, this one shocking romance hasn't just ended a marriage. It's ended two. Lala's past with Carmelo Anthony, Alicia's marriage to Swizz Beatz. Both threads unravel from the same knot. And now, Alicia stands at a crossroads. She can expose everything she knows, drop the truth, burn the bridges, and change the story forever. Or She can walk away in silence, letting the public keep guessing while she rebuilds behind closed doors. It's a choice between closure and control, between letting the world see the full truth or keeping some of it as hers alone. The question lingers. If you were holding a truth that could destroy 2 relationships, 2 public images, and rewrite a decade of memories, would you set it free or would you lock it away forever? Alicia Keys now stands at a crossroads. One path means rebuilding alone, closing the chapter, protecting her peace, and moving forward without looking back. Another path means reconciling quietly, letting the story fade, keeping the remaining truths locked away for good. And the third means fighting publicly, putting every piece of evidence on the table, no matter how explosive, because betrayal cuts deepest when it comes from someone you trusted most. And here, the wound came from 2 people who were once at the center of her world. The choice isn't just about her marriage, it's about her voice, her legacy, and the story she leaves behind. For now, she stays silent, but silence can be temporary. And in Hollywood, the truth has a habit of breaking free when you least expect it. Subscribe for the updates no one else is telling you. And tell me, do you think Alicia should reveal everything she knows or simply let it go?